you know, like a lot of people that end up in sort of technical roles, technical jobs in industry, it's something that starts perhaps when you're quite young, that you're interested in technical things, and that sort of continues through your education and through your university years, and you end up in a role that is in some way linked to some sort of technical aspect. You know, for me, it was more around engineering that then led into the technology. I went via sort of, you know, from my A-levels into university, studying engineering and then studying industrial design at postgraduate level. So that education really sort of got me prepared for a job in industry in a manufacturing company. And in actual fact, my first job was a company that bought Pro Engineer when I was working there, and you know, I then saw the potential for that technology and was fortunate enough to get offered a role in the company. So that education, I think, prepares you for those technical vocations. And one way or another, you know, you kind of find yourself in that position, in that role where you're working, you know, in that technical environment. And, you know, very fortunate to join PTC. And that's really led me to, you know, a lot of these very leading edge technologies like Internet of Things and Industry 4.0. I think IoT now, in terms of its disruption in the market, we're seeing, I think, technology as a sort of as a career for maybe for young graduates becoming very, very attractive again. You know, whereas perhaps in the past engineering has looked a little bit sort of static. I think IoT and everything, and the startup companies and the technology that can support those, that's giving people a real fresh impetus and a fresh look at, you know, what you can do with an engineering career. If you've been at PTC any length of time, you know that probably on a 12-month cycle, things are going to change a little bit in the role that you're doing. As a manager, certainly, you know, sometimes I've had bigger teams in 1 year, and then you have a slightly smaller organization, and then it maybe grows again and shrinks again. So I think it's always important that you take that longer term view, that you don't get too concerned about exactly where you are, and you know, the fact that maybe you have less people this year than last year. Helping manufacturers to meet their challenges means that you're always challenged with the technology. There's always something new for you to focus on. And I think you combine that with the sort of variation of working across different markets, across different companies. You know, it's always about sort of working on different projects and moving on to the next customer and trying to work out how you can help them. PTC has a well-structured, well-defined career model that enables people to grow from, you know, the junior roles right up to sort of VP and above. And the way in which that works, I think if you're working hard and you're working on the right things, doing the right thing for the company, then you know, you will get recognition. And as a manager, the people that you hire into the business, the people you bring to the company, you know, making those good hires, bringing very bright, talented people into the company, I think is something else that, you know, you get recognized for. So you blend that with a bit of hard work, and you're always then going to be, let's say, at the forefront of the company, and, you know, again, getting interesting and challenging roles.